What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Tim Sports Talk. And today we're talking about some news that came out of Washington camp. John Keim reports on Twitter, Washington has activated Curtis Samuel off the PUP list. He stayed on for conditioning purposes. It was originally because of a groin, which is good. And I hope we actually see him this Friday coming up in the next preseason game. And it would be good to just get him some reps, get him ready for week one. Not that I need to see him as far as, like, I need to see him perform. It just would be nice to know that he's healthy enough to go ahead in a preseason game. And if he's healthy enough to play in preseason, he should be healthy enough for week one. The bigger surprise in this tweet is the Washington football team releases Kelvin Harmon. Very interesting. We'll get back to that. Lamar Miller, not as interesting, especially after Jarrett Patterson's performance. Jarrett Patterson's plenty good enough and cheap enough to be the fourth-string running back for this team. He proved that in game one of the preseason, and he has two more to continue that progress. And then Chris Miller, not going to lie to you, first and last time I probably will ever hear his name, so who cares about that one? But back to Kelvin Harmon. Kelvin Harmon released by the team, and I don't know why. They didn't give him a ton of reps this last preseason game. I don't know if he's not healthy, if that was the case, or what was going on. But if you were going to cut anybody at the wide receiver position, it should have been AGG, right? I mean, come on. He was terrible, and he's been terrible since he's been here. Kelvin Harmon has nice hands. He had that one nice-handed grab 2 years ago before his injury. Like, he is actually a legit big man receiver. Way better than Antonio Gandy-Golden. And honestly, I think he's better, or he can be better, than a Cam Sims. Cam Sims is just a little bit taller, but Kelvin Harmon is just as quick. Kelvin Harmon is way better hands. Kelvin Harmon, I think, had more potential than a Cam Sims on this team. So I don't know what the reasoning is for the release of Kelvin Harmon at this stage in the game. But it is what it is. Kelvin Harmon is now gone. It was going to be hard for him to make the team anyway because of the depth at receiver we have right now, especially with, like, DeAndre Carter. DeAndre Carter was playing with the ones, and I don't know if I don't. Actually, I know if I don't. I don't like that. I would have rather have kept Kelvin Harmon. But the thing is DeAndre Carter is slated to be our starting punt returner. And if that's the case, then he's just going to be signed on as a specialist rather than as a guy that's actually going to play receiver for us. And with that being said, it was going to be really hard for him to make the team. Of course, you have Terry. Of course, you have Curtis Samuel. Of course, you have De'Ami Brown, the third-round pick this year. Then if DeAndre Carter makes it, they really like Cam Sims, and of course Adam Humphries is going to make it as a slot receiver. So there's 6, and keeping 7 is just probably way too many. And then even then, are you keeping an Kelvin Harmon over a Dax Milne, who could be a backup slot receiver to Adam Humphries, and he could be a backup punt returner to DeAndre Carter? Or are you going to keep him over a Steve Sims, who has looked fantastic in camp? And I know that a lot of people don't like Steve Sims from last year because of the case of the drops, which he did. But Steve Sims is super talented. He's got great quickness, and when he does catch the ball, he can make some nice catches. Think about that touchdown he had. I believe it was against Tampa. Was it in the playoff game? Now I'm forgetting. Or it was either against them or the Panthers, where we needed a touchdown, and he toe-tipped one in the back of the end zone and caught it and scored a touchdown for us, which was huge. I would have liked to kept Kelvin Harmon at least a little bit longer to see if he can't prove to be a guy that can make this team. But either way, it was going to be hard to keep him. So in that case, it's like, meh. But I would have definitely released, the first comment, so they released Harmon instead of AGG. I agree. AGG should be gone. AGG is slower. AGG is basically the same height. AGG does not have as good of hands. It's just not, it makes no sense, all right? But anyway, that is just something I wanted to bring to you guys. I am not a fan. I wanted to keep him around, but it is what it is. I'm glad Curtis is healthy, though, and our receiving position overall is going to look really, really strong, and I like that about it. So, but you guys let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Also, in the description below, there's a Discord link. Hop in our Discord and come talk some football. And last but not least, there are donation links in the description below. If you feel so kind, you can donate to the channel. And until next time, see ya!